So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Now Cunningham. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
The shot by Johnson, no good. And so Durant will bring it up for Boston. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch, and KD's name came up pretty quickly. I asked Coach about strategy for Durant, and he said, I want to get physical with him, make sure he's not getting easy looks at the hoop and ruffle his feathers. So the orders for the defense are to stay tough with Durant. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Exum. The three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Well, Dante Exum knocking down shots will put a smile on this team's face. He continues to work on the offensive end.
DiVincenzo with it. Exum picks him up. And Durant gets it to go.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Miller. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Sarr. Just 5 to shoot. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Jones misses.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Pass to Miller. Cunningham outside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
There's Cunningham showing off that leaping ability. Outstanding finish with the slam.
Bowl, no good. Miller outside with the drive. Johnson with it. Cunningham on the wing. Exum outside. There's the triple. Boston pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
NBA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Here's Cunningham, following the bucket by Boston. To the middle. Down low. Pass to Sarr. And so the ball out of bounds. Caruso touched it last.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And some changes here for the Celtics. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Sarr. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Minnesota. Markkanen off target with a jump hook. Cunningham drives in. Exum left side. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Celtics with the lead. Quickly, right side. Pass to Williams. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
Exum outside. Outside Johnson. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Miller. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Boston leading by 3. Now here's Quickly. He's scoreless. Pass to Markkanen. And it's rejected. Right wing from deep, Sarr. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Sarr's got 5 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Holland. And here's Markkanen. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Timberwolves lead by 3. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, knocked backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket. And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Here's Cunningham, following the bucket by Boston. There's the drive. Pass to Portis from 18 feet away. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes. Outside, DiVincenzo. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to be on Bobby Portis. Boston shooting their first free throws of the game. He hits the second from the line. The last one's off. They'll settle for 2. The Timberwolves lead by 3.
Pass to Exum. Miller outside. And the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it. Here's Durant. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. A quick shot there. It's off target. Pass to Shepherd. Now Portis. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And here's Durant. Outside, DiVincenzo. For three. He's off on that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Now here's Cunningham. Over to the left wing. Here's Portis for three. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
They get it back. The kick out to Williams. Quickly outside. For 3, Durant. The deep ball from KD.
Well, this, of course, is one of Kevin Durant's strengths. Such an accomplished shooter, scorer from any spot on the floor.
It's Cunningham with a drive. Pass to Toppin. Here's Shepherd. Now here's Cunningham. Guarded by Quickly. Here's Portis. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Portis has got 6.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Working close, find a way to score.
Now here's Durant. Oh, great D that time from Portis. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Pass to Shepherd. Out to the wing. Top it inside. Out to the right wing. And it's Shepherd missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
That's tipped. Cunningham, left side.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
First team foul.
Pass to Shepherd. 6 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. Back to Durant. Outside, Williams. 4-3. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. And the Celtics lead by 2. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Minnesota with the ball. And here's Cunningham outside. Cunningham attacks for 3.
Yeah, an encouraging sign. When Cunningham is dialed in from deep, he's dangerous.
Durant for three. And Cunningham pulls it down. Pass to Miller. Cunningham outside. Back to Miller. 5 to shoot. Takes the three. Tipped. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And Boston with some changes. Here's Caruso. Still without a bucket. Markkanen outside. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Got it.
Well, get the ball and go to work. Markkanen using his size to great effect inside.
What growth from Lowry, Markkanen, Doris. The 2023 Most Improved Player Award winner.
Yeah, you think about it. Markkanen entered the league at just 20 years of age. You forget how young these guys are sometimes. But Markkanen finds a great situation where he's a featured part of an offense, and then he makes an all-star team.
Pass to Shepherd. 6 to shoot. Anthony right side. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Second goal for the Celtics. Number 20, TJ McConnell.
The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Markkanen. A show of force by Markkanen to get through.
He's finally started to settle down here in the second quarter. Just needed to work up a sweat.
Here's Shepherd. Here's Thibault. He drops it from range.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Markkanen outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here's Anthony. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Going inside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Boy, you can see the speed by Cole Anthony on display. He can mix speeds. He can come right at you. That's a nice-looking drive.
Now here's McConnell. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Shepherd. Minnesota in the lead. And that's a foul called on TJ McConnell. That's his first foul of the game. Boston making a switch here.
Substitution report.
Here's Shepherd. Outside Thibault. Pass to Anthony. Back to Thibault. 4 on the clock. Here he goes. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Boston with the ball. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. And here's Bull. Lets it go from deep. Boston, no good that time either. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's Thibault. That three's off the mark. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. Boston again missing. Anthony left side. Pass to Shepherd. Let's go with a 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Durant with it. He has 6. DiVincenzo on the wing. Caruso outside.
Here's Durant. KD out here flexing on people.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
I'll tell you, he can make it look easy. That jump shot of Kevin Durant is automatic.
Anthony outside. Pass to Shepard. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Inside. Here's Bowl. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Shepard. Puts up a 3. Bowl grabs the board. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Minnesota up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Now here's Markkanen. Inside Markkanen with the size and power.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Cunningham. Sinks that one from the post. Cunningham's got 7.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Markkanen for 3. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Pass to Sarr. Misi grabs the board.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Now here's Markkanen. Here's Holland. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Markkanen. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Now here's Cunningham. 7 points in the game. Outside, Williams. Pass to Markkanen. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Minnesota with possession here. And here's Johnson. Back to Miller. 3-pointer. On target from range. 5 points in the game.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Pass to Markkanen. Cuts off the pass. Outside Johnson. Now Cunningham, guarded by Quickly. Now Cunningham. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
The Timberwolves lead by 5. Pass to Exum. Back to Cunningham. The 3 is up. Cunningham drills it from way outside.
I mean, he does everything on the floor. Cunningham always with max effort.
It's Quickly with a drive. Here's Markkanen. They can't stop the run with that one.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Cunningham outside. Fires for three. Fires the three. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Markkanen from long range. Again, Markkanen missing.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And out of bounds, Boston will have it.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Bull. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Grant, it appears the league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 15. Here's Miller. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Miller's got 6 points in the quarter.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Outside Durant. The 3-ball. KD. What else would you expect?
Kevin Durant is a gifted shot maker. What you can do, I can do better.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Portis left side. Miller outside. Pass to Exum. Cunningham on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low, Cunningham.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
For 3, Durant. Minnesota with the rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Miller right side. Toppin outside. Now here's Miller. Give him 8. Here's Cunningham. Durant pulls it in.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Out to DiVincenzo. Right side Bull. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 9.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So both teams changing it up here. And so it's Minnesota with it, leading by 12. And here's Anthony. Pass to Shepard. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Minnesota again missing.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Holland. Here's Misi. No points so far. And that one is hammered home.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. To the wing, right side. Toppin shot is off. Celtics trail by 10. McCollum drives in. Lets the 3 fly. Freeman misses. And so it's Minnesota with it. Portis, left side. Back to Anthony. A minute 6 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
And out of bounds, Boston will have it. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Freeman. Shot is up. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Back to Anthony. Toppin outside. Here's Shepard. Williams defending. Portis with it. Shot clock at 5. Holland with a rebound. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Boston making a switch here. And Boston calls time here. Nine seconds left to play in the third. Boston calls timeout. Here's quickly. Still no points. Markkanen with it. 1 second left. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Minnesota. He made a big... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his 5th foul. To the inside. Outside Thibault. Pass to Toppin. Anthony with it. He's guarded by Caruso. Anthony misses. Celtics trail by 10. Now here's Durant. Now Bull from about 19. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Now Anthony. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
That's a tough walk back to the showers. So pretty sure he'd like to have a couple of those plays back.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
rebound by Bowl. To the paint. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Boston making a switch here. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Minnesota leading by 8. Cunningham steps on the gas. And it's good. 2 points. Cunningham's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, strong player mentally. Cunningham showing the physical strength on that play.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Boston making a switch here.
Checking here for the Celtics. Number 8.
Johnson on the wing.
Chinzo.
Pass to Sarr. Here's Cunningham. Bull grabs the board. Celtics trail by 10. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Miller. Here's Jones. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And he's good on the second. Minnesota leading by 9. Driving inside. Pass to Sarr. The 3 is up. The rebound, Celtics.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Durant looking around. Six to shoot. Outside, DiVincenzo. Boston, no good that time either. Cunningham on the wing. To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside Durant. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
3-pointer. Bull grabs the board. Celtics trail by 11. Outside Durant. The ball's knocked loose. Launches a 3. Boston again missing. Cunningham up top. Right side Johnson. The layup off target. So it's Boston now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Durant on the attack. Oh, misses the dunk. The Timberwolves lead by 11. This one for 3. And Miller good for 3. Miller's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Sarr. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Timeout.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this run. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Timeout called, Celtics.
Pass to Durant. They set the pick. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
The Timberwolves lead by 16. Cunningham, left side. Johnson on the wing. Puts the move on. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And he knocks down the first one. And Johnson drops them both. Celtics trail by 18. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. And here's Cunningham. Throws it up high.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Timeout called, Celtics. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on court.
And so Durant will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 18. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Gary Trent.
Kevin Durant has become masterful at drawing the contact. That is beautifully done.
And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
BA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball at 7 feet, put it on the deck, get past, finish in traffic, rebound. You need me to guard every single position on the defensive end? I can do that. I can go on all night. How much time we got, BA?
One of the all-time greats, Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
Shot on the wing. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Launches it. The rebound by Markkanen.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
From the arc. And Durant hits from deep. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is one of the best to ever do it. Simply stated, Durant is lethal from behind the arc, and the efficiency is incredible.
Pass to Boozer. Trent outside. Here's the 3. It's not going to go for him.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Outside Durant. Oh, KD! Filthy!
Kevin Durant just lighting up the stat sheet right now. He's in a rhythm, and that's trouble.
Trent on the wing. Toppin outside. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Toppin's got his first 3 points of the game.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what would be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Cade Cunningham.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today, made great reads, and distributed the ball accordingly.
Inside, DiVincenzo on the wing. Pass to Durant. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Portis outside. Toppin outside. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Kevin Durant.
And stolen by Markkanen. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.